Hello, Troy Francis coming at you from the cold streets of Stockholm in Sweden. So people ask me, how long should an interaction go? If you meet somebody that you're attracted to, whether that's in a bar or a lounge or in a coffee shop or wherever it is, and you have a conversation with them, how long should that interaction really last for? How long should that initial conversation last for? And here's the thing, right? It's not actually about the length of time that conversation goes on for. What's really important is the intensity that is transmitted in that conversation. Okay? So, in other words, what we're looking for here really is emotional impact. It's not about, we talked for 25 minutes or something and therefore it was a great interaction. Or, we only talked for 2 minutes and therefore it's a bad interaction. It doesn't really work like that. I've had interactions with women that I was attracted to and, they seemed to like me and we talked for ages. We talked for 25 minutes and sometimes even more. And nothing would come of it for whatever reason. It was just like, no further interaction would occur. Alternatively, I've also had very brief interactions with women that have lasted for maybe a couple of minutes or something, and we've exchanged numbers and then we've gone on to date and everything else. And you think, well, how does that work? How does that compute? Because surely it makes sense that the longer the interaction, the better you guys get to know one another, the more you can showcase your personality. She gets to see you as the wonderful, glorious human being that you are. Presumably it would make sense, right? The longer the interaction, the better. But not necessarily, because, as I say, the important thing is not how many words did you say to one another or how many minutes did you spend in each other's presence. The important thing is how intense was that moment when you guys met. How much emotionally, what did it mean? Did it mean something or did it not mean something? Okay, and that's the important thing, because if you meet somebody even for 2 minutes and there's been some emotional energy passed between you, you're going to remember that, okay? You're going to remember that for a very long time. Whereas we've all had these boring conversations, at a party or whatever, where we've talked to the person and maybe even for half an hour or maybe the entire evening, and then we go away and we're just like, and we just put it out of our minds because it didn't have any emotional resonance for us, okay? Emotional resonance, all right, emotional energy passed between the two parties, that is the important thing. That's the key thing, okay? And that's what you should be aiming for, right? When you meet somebody for the first time, are you creating an impression on them, okay? Are you doing things, whether that's, using humor or using flirtation or creating, emotional energy in some other way? Are you doing things that leave an emotional impact, that create emotional energy between the two of you? Or are you not? And if you're not, if you're having fairly boring conversations where it's just the two of you imparting information to one another and that's it, and there's not really any substance to it, there's nothing deep to it, okay, then you are by definition forgettable, all right? And that's no good. Now, it's not to say that you can manufacture chemistry between you and somebody else. It doesn't really work like that. Obviously, with some people, it's just not going to ignite in the same way, and that's fine, because you're not for everyone and everyone's not for you, so that's okay. But you want to be thinking in terms of emotional energy, all right, and emotional impact, rather than, am I having a very long conversation with this person, okay? So just bear that in mind. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this one's been helpful for you. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to talk to me about your dating life and if you want some assistance with that side of things, then get on a free call with me. The link is below. You can book a call in my calendar, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.